Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to try and figure out something pretty huge. What does it actually mean to be like Jesus? And maybe more importantly, how do you even start? Let's get into it. Okay, just for a second, think about it. Who is it? Is it maybe a superhero? A famous athlete? Or maybe even one of your parents? We all have heroes, right? People we look up to. But what we're talking about today is aiming for, well, the ultimate role model.
And that leads us straight to our first big idea, the goal we're aiming for. The real secret to a happy life isn't about being rich or famous. It's about being like Christ.
I love this idea of a watchword. It's like a secret motto or a password that guides everything you do. And our watchword isn't, be like my awesome dad or be like my best friend. Nope. It's super simple and super focused, like Christ. That's it. That's the whole goal. Now, this might sound a little weird, but it's so important. True, deep-down happiness, it doesn't actually come from just doing whatever you feel like and always getting what you want. In fact, that usually leads to a pretty big problem we all have to deal with. Yeah, let's call it the my way problem. You know that feeling, right? That little voice inside that says, I want it my way and I want it now. That's the part of us that can be, a little selfish sometimes. And this chart breaks down the difference so well. On the left, you've got my way. That's all about doing what you feel like, wanting to be first and thinking your ideas are always the best. But look at the right side. God's way is about doing what's right, putting other people first, and trusting that His plan is actually the best one. So here's the key. Every single day, we have to make a choice. We have to learn to say no to that my way voice. It's not some big one-time decision. It's 100 little choices you make all day long. But, and this is the big but, here's the really, really good news. You are not in this alone. You don't have to fight that my way problem all by yourself, not even a little bit. You've actually got a super powerful helper just waiting for you to ask.
And honestly, this is the best part. Trying to change bad habits and fight against being selfish can feel totally impossible sometimes. But you were never, ever meant to do it on your own. Help is literally right there.
So who is this helper? It's Jesus, of course. He says His grace is sufficient. And grace is just a fancy word for His power, His help. It's like a superpower He shares with you. It's always there, you can never use it up, and all you have to do is ask for it. Okay, so we've got our goal, be like Christ. And we have a helper, Jesus. So what's the game plan? Where do we need to focus to actually make this happen? Let's be real, it is so easy to get distracted. You look around, you see other people who call themselves Christians, and you see them messing up. And it's easy to think, well, if that's what being a Christian is like, then forget it. We get discouraged because we're looking at the wrong thing. So here is your 3-step game plan. Step 1. Just notice it. Notice when you start pointing out what other people are doing wrong. Step 2, just stop. Hit the pause button in your brain and remember who the real example is. And that leads to step 3, change your focus. Look to Jesus. He's the only one who's a perfect pattern, the only one who will never, ever let you down. And when you do this, when you keep your eyes on Jesus instead of on all the imperfect people around you, something really amazing starts to happen. You actually start to change.
It starts to show up in your life. You might find you actually have more energy. It gets a little easier to have self-discipline and make good choices. You might notice you're being kinder, more patient, even when things are super frustrating. All these amazing, noble qualities just start to grow inside you.
And this right here, this is the incredible promise behind everything. Just by beholding Him, which just means looking at Him, thinking about Him, focusing on Him, you will be changed to become more like Him. It's almost like a law of nature. You become what you focus on. So that really just leaves us with one last big question to think about. If looking at Jesus has the power to literally change you from the inside out, where are you going to choose to look today?